Another day in the danger zone. I never want to kiss someone. I never want to. Oh, fuck's sake. Never want to kiss someone. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Mate, I don't want to do this, bruv. Oh, mate, this is jarring, bro. What have you got to do to fucking go live on TikTok these days? Holy shit, bruv. Holy fuck. Holy fucking shit, man. What we saying, everyone?
And remaking them.
Shut up, you cunt. Yeah, what we saying, people? What we saying? What are we saying? What are we saying, everyone? Let me send the link in. What are we saying, boys? What are we saying? 2 secs, I'm sending an announcement. What are we saying, boys? Shut up, bitch. What are we saying? 2 secs, I'm sending an announcement. Shut up. Wait. Can you not hear the music at all? Shut up, bitch. Is this a short-lived G you buy or... Shut up. You shut up, you fucking bastard. Is it... Yeah, what G you buy are you talking about, bro? What buy? Can you not hear the music at all? Mate, why does my chart just reset itself? Can you go back to how it was about 2 minutes? Is this a short-lived G you buy or... You shut up, you fucking bastard. Let me turn that. Morning, Tizzy. I mean, EU, I'll be honest, doesn't look nice at all for the buyers. EU doesn't look nice. But at the same time, bro, can I have a fucking indicator? Holy shit, why is nothing working this morning? Holy fucking shit. Yeah, EU. I'll show you the difference quickly. What we saying though, boys? Just let a couple people get in there. Who's in there? What you saying, Riley? How you doing, mate? Gabby, how you doing? Motto, what you saying? EK, what you saying, bro? Adrian, what you saying? Mush? Murphy, what you saying? Morning, mate. Miles, morning, mate. Already got cooked on the U this morning. Morning, Chizzy. Morning, Harvey. Morning, Matt. Yeah, GU does look good. GU does look good. Who got? How did you get cooked on EU? I mean, GU is a difficult one. If I'm honest, I would rather us come a bit deeper into here and then come up. I mean, if we look at the POIs that we've actually got to fill, it's a little bit disjointed. I mean, we've got obviously the current leg of price. First of all, let's just draw it on just so we know where we're at with all the different pairs nice and clearly. So this is our current range for GU. This is our current range for EU. And this is our current range for the DXY. You would have to say is here now. Right. So you can see how they're not really equivalent to each other. They're not really that equivalent because it really should be this here to here. If you look at EU and GU, what day is that? Monday 10th of March to obviously the low, right? So Monday the 10th of March. You can see GU. GU Monday 10th of March, yep, so you can see that's same with DXY and GU, that's nice. But you can see EU, is that the right time? Monday 10th of March, yeah, yeah, actually it is the right time. It's just the state of EU really. We do want it to feel some type of imbalance before getting in. I can't really see anything on the 1 hour that we've tapped into. So if I'm honest, I'd more be wanting to sell down to that imbalance a little bit. Because we can see each pair's got some imbalance it needs to fill. We've got this for EU. how many pips is this down? About 50 odd pips to fill that imbalance. GU, yep, same, about 40 odd pips to fill the imbalance. And then DXY, I mean DXY again, that's what I'm saying, has already sort of filled it, so DXY is again the anomaly, but DXY keeps on being like this. I mean DXY looks perfect to start coming down now, and just in terms of DXY, took the previous day high, tapped into that imbalance that was waiting for pretty much all week, and now looking to sell off.
If you also have the habit of using the restroom frequently. Sorry.
What is everyone looking at though? Morning, Nice. This is why I trade GU only. Why is that, EK? Just because it aligns more, do you find? What we saying? What you saying, Fabi? It was in a buy, then had a massive random retracement. Yeah, I wanted shorts down to Friday low on EU. What higher time frame imbalances are you looking at with GU? No lower time frame, like 15. Can you have a look at EJ? Right, we'll have a look at EJ and shit after. Yeah, 2 such bears. What is the account called? Yeah, what we saying? What is everyone looking at mainly? Sells or buys? Sells or buys? Sells or buys? Thing is about the DXY. I think the DXY can definitely fill this 4-hour imbalance before moving up. I mean, that's potentially what DXY is coming down to. DXY is looking beautiful for sells, if I'm honest, but just by looking at GU and EU, it looks like we could potentially do something like that. This is the only day really where my bias is buyers, and that is just following recent trend, but following where we're really aiming for. Like. Yeah, everyone, let me know. Sorry, 2 sets. I'm trying to go live on TikTok as well. Fuck off. Boom, I'm gonna set up TikTok lives. Oh, sorry boys, I'll be with you now. I just had to try and get fuck me, slurring my words. I had to try and go live on TikTok. I'll turn my face cam and that on. Now, let me just quickly go live. Sweet, let me get the face, come on. Everyone let me know the EU, GU buys, sells. What is everyone looking at? Two sets, but as the face cams coming on. Okay, boys. Alright, cool. 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 Let's get that thing back on. Alright, boom. We saying, boys? Alright, what we saying, everyone? A lot of people saying GU. I agree with lower prices, really. I do agree with lower prices. I mean, we come into this 15. Come into this 15. Do we have any 5-minute whilst getting there? We didn't really have any 5-minute. I suppose we had this. Let's see if we can disrespect this. Or have like a change of character or something like that. Basically see if price is going to want to start coming down. I mean, it is optimal for sells. Looks like at this point, EG is going to come into the high. What we saying? I think this is one of them ones where basically what's happening is EU and GU are both giving good age liquidity buys, but the higher time frame is just not in alignment with it. I mean, the overall higher time frame is that we are moving bullishly on the higher time frame on the 4 hour. So I mean, blindly you do want to be looking at buys, but in terms of the actual POI, our POI internal and external is down here. So in my opinion, even to bother targeting that, we have to take internal first. So I think we're going to take internal and then go up to that external. But there's just nothing in this leg here that's enough. Oh, that's really nice. There's just nothing in this leg here that's enough for us to get in on. Like, there's nothing here, in my opinion. GU's a bit nicer because there's a bit more actual imbalance, but it's still lower than where we'd want it to be. What we're saying, TikTok, is that EU? Yeah, this is EU. Actually, I should turn on the thing for you, innit? There we go. It does say in the bottom there, bro. There we go. Chart check, Lou. I'll check chart check in a sec. Yeah, I'm prioritising sales though this morning. I wouldn't want to get induced into buyers if I'm being honest with you. So, yeah. I mean, looking at the range, we're not even that. I don't think we're really in the OT. Okay. Yeah, we're above the OTE. I mean, we just came into OTS. We would just come into it. Obviously, that's the premium and discount, so you want to be buying below, selling above. We did just come into it, but right now we are in the premium, so you are valid to be selling. It's always a good thing to check, is the OTS. We want to see the DXY start to buy. As I said, this 4 hour is what I kind of want to see filled, but I'm really clutching at straws with the DXY. There's nothing overly I'm looking at. The DXY looks like it's ready to go. It's just EU and GU that I think need to wait a little bit. boys, what you're saying, if you're on the YouTube live, come on the TikTok as well and just double tap some likes, get some likes popping on there. What we all saying though, Shadrach, what you saying, what we all saying on the TikTok, what we saying on the YouTube as well. I got touched yesterday. What was that spike after the 15-minute inversion yesterday? So you mean this one? Yeah, yesterday was kind of peak. Yesterday was unlucky. I mean, we didn't have anything yesterday, which done us well really. Was looking at them EU longs, I think. Yeah, it was EU. Was looking at EU longs, but was outside of the kill zone, so we just didn't take it. GU sells down to London low. Yeah, that's what I'm prioritising. EU be looking at shorts if we manage to take out that Asia high, and then maybe take this older block with us. Would be kind of nice. We'll see GU though. Want to see how we react off these imbalances and stuff. So yeah, this is our target really. Hopefully everyone knows why we've got our target and why we've got our entry. What you saying TikTok? If I missed any comments, boys, just let me know again. I've currently got Facecam on YouTube, boys, but double tap the TikTok live, boys. Let's get 100,000 likes in here. No, I'm joking. Let's get K likes in here, boys. Double tap the screen. Let's get a K in here. I can see price coming down to fill those levels. However, them higher time frame 4-hour levels on GU, if we look at them, have really been filled completely. We've just run those levels. However, higher time frame 4-hour levels on GU, if we look before, we haven't really been filled completely. Yeah, exactly. This is the same as what I was thinking. Like, for example, with this, if it was the first time tapping in, like if say this hadn't happened, right, so we just purely had a fair value gap, I would still be looking at buys of this potentially because of DXY. I mean, DXY is ready, so that's the main thing. But I would have been looking at buys of that just because it would have been the first test of it. Would have been the first test of this fair value gap, right? So even though it didn't come down to a good point of it, it at least tapped it for the first time. However, if we actually look, this came in deeper than we even tapped in today. So that tells us that if we're reacting off here, then this isn't the POI. Something within this little leg down here is the POI because we'll be reacting off that. Do you know what I mean? Because we haven't come deep. We haven't even come deeper than that. So what have we actually filled? Nothing. We've already filled this. So if you like, the fair value gap's below this point, which we haven't actually come into. So that is the reason why I can potentially see sells coming through. And then, I mean, DXY. I feel like DXY, we've got a 15-minute order block and 4-hour imbalance. I think that's a good level, to be honest. I mean, 4-hour imbalance is nice, you know. It's not some shitty, like, 5-minute imbalance that we're relying on. As for EU, what's everyone's thoughts on EU, chat? What we're saying on EU? Because I know most of us are pretty clear on GU. What we all looking for in EU? Got 15-minute BPR on GU. I'm not looking for buyers on GU. Want to see GU fall low before buying? Yeah, I agree. My mouth is so dry, bro. Running in profits but slowly. But looks sketchy. Yeah, sells, it's mitigated. Fair play. Fair play, yeah, I mean, I'm mainly looking at shorts. What are you in, Shrey? I didn't actually see. What time frame are you on? Actually, let me turn this indicator on just so you can see what we're working with. It says down there, bro, 15-minute. 15-minute. I'm live on YouTube, boys. If you want to see my whole screen and face cam, you can go over there. And make sure you subscribe to the fucking channel on YouTube. Alright, let's see. It came into the 5-minute order block, but get the point of multiple taps in balance. It just came into a 5-minute order block. This one here. Yeah, I'm more seeing the 15, but I suppose it's the same level really. What you want to look for with these order blocks or these, the main thing you want to look for with these order blocks, boys. What we saying, TikTok? Yeah, the main thing you want to be looking at for these order blocks is make sure the candle's big, right? Make sure the candle's big and got body to it. I don't know why it's just moved. Make sure the candle's big and has got a candle body to it. So this one here, you can see majority of it's candle body. Whereas if you go on a 5 minute, right, second of all, you can see this. I think this is the one you're talking about. Very small, and it's got a big wick, so it's kind of it's not as reliable as that big order block that we're looking for. Looks like we're inverting this nicely. And then obviously another thing about order blocks, when you've got these 3 candles there, you don't really want to be using like the top one, for example. Normally when there's 3 candles like this, you want to look on your high time frame till it merges into one, and then there you can see the 10 minute or the 15 minute. This wick actually merges into the 15 minute candle, which is why, if you can see, it encapsulates the most, which is why the body candles are the best. But I mean, shorts are looking good right now. Shorts are looking good. Hopefully GU doesn't leave. I don't think everyone click share and repost the live, please. Yeah, everyone who's reposted the live as well. Yeah, everyone repost the live, boys, and everyone who does it, we're going to put you into a raffle. It's Friday, so we're obviously doing Kahoot quizzes today. We're doing split or stills, boys. By the way, if you're on YouTube or if you're on TikTok, split or stills today. We're going to do some quizzes, some Kahoot quizzes. We're going to be giving away funded accounts. We're going to be giving away memberships. We're going to be giving away signals, one-to-ones, all stuff like that. Obviously, we had office viewings yesterday. If you keep in posted with us, we had office viewings yesterday, so we might even be giving away some little trips down to the office. I don't know, but yeah, make sure you're in this Kahoot quiz later, boys, because it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be the funniest thing all week, and it's bare good, boys. I'll be honest, just to get your mind off of trading, like, it's really, really good. It's just a Friday. We jump on about one o'clock. And everyone's just chilling out, you know. We've all traded for the week. We're still talking about trading a bit. We're still discussing. But it just gives everyone a time to unwind a bit. And maybe some of you lot are stressed out because of what's happened through the week. And it just gives everyone a really good chance to just, like, chill out a bit. You know what I mean? And sort of realise trading's not everything. I mean, it like, for us, it is everything. Do you know what I mean? But like, we're all still learning trade. We're all still in the community. We're all still on the same path. But we can have a bit of fun as well. With chess golf day. Alright, who's the best at golf in this TikTok live? Who's good at golf? Chat, do you reckon you're better than me at golf? What pair is this? It says down there, bro, this is GU. How long did it take you to clear your first 6 figures? The thing is, the majority of it's learning, innit? So it's like, when you start actually trading, when you get them funded accounts, it's relatively fast that you can start making, you run up 6 figures. But it's the years prior to that, so it's hard to say really. It's the years prior. Like, I first knew about trading when I was like 16 or something, 17. So that's like 5 years, but that's just learning. I probably didn't make my first pound till about 3 years of those 5 years. So I'll play football golf. Don't even think you'd be great at that, Stu, to be fair. You took a trade today, bro. Not yet, bro. How's it going, Lou? What's Kahoot? I'll bad you all up at golf. No, you won't, bro. Who's this? Ollie? I think that's Ollie in the chat. Fabi chill. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we've inverted this 1 min, so obviously your entry will be on the retap with a 50%. Let's actually have a look at this. Let's pause the golf talk real quick. 5 pip stop loss. I mean, this one does look nice. It's just a little bit against the trend overall. But yeah, if I'm being honest, this does look kind of nice. Looks kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie. Personal question, bro. Don't want details, but do you make a decent amount of dough? Like, could you live the high life, nice cars, etc. if you wanted to? Yeah, man. I mean, it depends what the high life is for you. But which I don't know. In terms of the high life, boys, I'll be honest. Something you might need to realise about social media, yeah, is that people don't have half as much money as you think they have. And that's not just me, that's not just traders, that's everyone. HS Tiki Toki, I bet you he don't have, and I'm not hating because it's everyone on social media. I bet HS Tiki Toki don't have a quarter of the money you think he does. Andrew Tate, again, not saying these people ain't got money, they obviously all do, but Andrew Tate hasn't got half of the money you think he does. all of these people on social media, I promise you, are earning less than what you actually think. So the high life, I mean, the high life for me is like you can basically afford to do anything. That's the high life for me. So I wouldn't consider it being the high life until you can earn like, let's say, I'd say you can't really say you're living the high life unless you're earning like multi-millions a year, in my opinion. Like even if you're earning 2 mil a year, that's not the high life. I'd say 3, 4, 5 mil a year. That's the high life. But what I can afford, and do make a decent amount of dough to live, maybe not the high life. I can't go out tomorrow and buy a Bugatti, for example, but I can go on holiday wherever I want. Like for example, stuff like plane tickets is not a problem. Like Airbnbs and apartments abroad, not really a problem. Going out to expensive meals, not a problem. Certain clothes and stuff, not really a problem in that aspect. And the other stuff as well, boys, what we say on TikTok, hello man on here now. And then, yeah man, it's not all about necessarily that. I remember my dad always used to say to me, life is like a shit sandwich. The more bread you have, the less shit you gotta eat. So when you think about money, boys, that is the main beauty of it is that you just gotta eat less shit. That's it. Like the more money you have, you eat less shit. If your car breaks down, you get it fixed like that straight away. If your boiler breaks, you can call someone in straight away and pay them double, and it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? If the weather's shit, you can go on holiday. If your boss, you don't have to have a boss shouting at you. You don't need a wife that shouts at you about money. It's just the more bread you have, the less shit you got to eat, innit? That's the main good thing. Obviously, until you reach the level of where you're living the high life, as you said, which is millions. But honestly, it is that, and you guys should think about that as well, because think about what you actually want your money for, because a Lamborghini is not going to make you happy, bro. Let's see how this one does. Shot 78 last week. Wait, is that good? Is that good? Where is it? 78? Wait. That is good, isn't it? That is good. Trying to think. That is good. Is he chat? Is he capping? Would he have shot 59? I think he's. How much did he shoot? 78. He's capping, isn't it, chat? Let's see what TikTok's saying. Which pair? Says down there, bro. This is GU. My dad taught me to buy assets, and the profit from them assets, use the money to do as you're saying. I'll be real. Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, a lot of it is like when you're younger, you see making money for like the Lamborghinis and shit. Like it's just the freedom, boys. I'll be honest. The freedom's the main thing. The freedom is the main thing. Like I can't tell you how good it is to have freedom, man. Just freedom over your life. It's my life, man. This is my life, man. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another talk. Trade to survive, then all the extra invest in diversification. Simple. Yeah, what is everyone's investment plans? Once everyone makes money, TikTok. Once everyone makes money, what is everyone's plans? What are we investing our money on? Are we getting Airbnbs? Are we investing it in index funds? What are we doing? You've got any business ideas you want to start up? You're going to give it all to your mum? Let me know. You're going to do a Hakimi maybe? Let me know, chat. Property, clothing brand. You in buy, bro, GU. Nah, bro, I'm not looking at buying GU. Won't be looking at buying. I think that's what you meant. GUY. I think you meant buy. Sorry, boys on YouTube. If I missed any comments, just let me know again. I don't think I have, but yeah, let me know, boys. We are looking good. Let's have a look at the DXY. Again, it's kind of falling short a little bit. Like we want the DXY to fill this 4-hour imbalance. Again, TikTok, if you missed the start, DXY for me, we're ready to come down, which will obviously mean GU and EU we'd be looking at buying. However, GU and EU are not ready yet. We haven't reached internal liquidity. So we are waiting for EU and GU to reach that internal liquidity. Therefore, we want the DXY to go against it, obviously, and move up for a little bit. So we'll see. We see how the market plays itself out. Sells, bro. Oh, right, sells. I'm not in this sell myself. I'm not in this myself, but that doesn't mean it doesn't look good to me. It doesn't mean it doesn't look good. It does look really nice. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to turn off the indicator so I can see like where my buy is, where the trade is. It does look nice. I'll be honest. I would have preferred if this was a 5 minute and then we could have inverted that. That probably would have been enough for me to get in. But it's just the fact that here there was only like a 2 minute, 1 minute. So yeah, I really want a 5 minute for my like confirmation. 1 minute, 2 minutes, not really a confirmation for me, boys. Serviced accommodation in stocks. I am a millionaire, no cap. I'm waiting for it to go to the 100 zone when hydrogen goes. Damn, you're balls deep in stocks. Personal account OBS. Investing in hydrogen, SPX, ICA. Hydrogen lads, clothing probably. Hydrogen, what is this hydrogen? What is you on about, bro? Kite surfing, school in the sun. Kite surfing? Ain't that... Wait. Kite surfing? Wait, what? You can... Yo, am I being stupid? Oh, it's on the wall. It's on the wall. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that is sick, man. I've always wondered what that was called. I didn't think it was called that. That's cold, though. Is that what you're doing now, or is that what you're doing once you make your money, you said? That's cold. Which currency? This is GU, bro. It says down there. Says down there, bro. I'm up 220 from this trade. W's in the chat. Let's get some W's in the chat, boys. This is run well. W's in the TikTok chat. By the way, boys, I'm on YouTube, Rich SFX, so you can drop me a follow if you want or subscribe. I've got Facecam and my full chart on YouTube. Got a nice 1 hour on GU around 12950. I can see it tapping. 12950. Got a nice 1 hour. 12950. You mean this order block here? I don't know if you mean this order block, but we have already tapped into this. This is the same as the 15. We just refined it. Obviously, getting rid of this chunk and these sell-offs. Because this is really a... okay, fuck me. Right, W's in the chat, boys. Let's get some W's in either chat, man. Have a look at EU, bro. Sweet. I'll have a look at EU. What else you man saying? Appreciate all the follows, boys. Yeah, someone tell me about this hydrogen. What's everyone saying about hydrogen? I see people like saying about investing in hydrogen. I've never heard that. Oh, 128. Okay. 1 hour, 128. I'm assuming you mean. Are you meaning this? Please say you're meaning this. 128,950. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, I know, I agree. It's just below my 4 hour. The main thing I like looking at on these high time frames is the 4 hour. Served me bare well this week, I'm not going to lie. Just in terms of internal and then external. Internal, external. So here we've got internal to be filled. And then price should rally up to external, right? Internal, external. Chat, let me know if you know what internal and external lows are, TikTok. Sorry, internal and external liquidity. You should know the difference, boys. Very important. Very important. I know YouTube chat already does, so I'm not even going to ask the YouTube because I've been seeing it this week, which is why they've all made money. It's sick. It's a sport. I'm going to do that when I'm Keiko. Yeah, that looks lit, man. I can't remember who it was, but someone in the group was showing me they've moved to Australia and it was like a random Tuesday or something. There was just kite surfing with their pals. I didn't know it was called kite surfing, but it's sick. Yeah, that'll be quality. Yeah, no, I like that 1 hour level, I agree. Looking at this now, I don't really, you man know I'm not a big fan of moving my stop loss at break even, but I would probably do it here just because it's a Friday. And given that we are really selling for the only day, every other day I've been buy bias, every day I've been buyers. This is obviously a trade we had in the signals group, if you want to get in the signals. But yeah. I mean, we're coming into this 5 minute as well. So yeah. YouTube, can you man hear the music at all? Can you man hear this? So I was just listening to it on my phone, I couldn't hear it. What are your rules for Fridays? I don't have really rules exclusively for a Friday, but the reason why I'll show you, because basically, bro, we was bias all week. Was just looking for buyers based on the price action. based on the overall trend, based on the 4 hour, etc. However, today is the only day where, looking at the market for me at this point here, when I was looking last night, we were seeing, I could only really see shorts. Because if we look at the liquidity, right, we have internal, external, right? We have internal liquidity here and external liquidity here. So for me, I'm still, my bias, if you want, or my higher time frame is bullish. I want us to go up, right? I don't want us to come down. I want us to come up. But I want us to fill internal in order to then go up and take external. Internal, external, right? So that is why I was mainly looking at sells. And sells, as I said, goes against my overall direction, overall where I want it to go. Sells goes against that, which is why I'd approach the market with an extra degree of caution today. Boys, I feel so well slept, you don't understand. I've slept for about 12 hours last night. I fell asleep at like 8 o'clock. Your YouTube audio is really low. I always have to. Is it? I don't think it shouldn't be, Stu. I don't know. Oh, do you mean? Wait, do you mean like myself speaking, or do you mean? I don't think it is. Yeah, bare ain't in it. I watch it on my own. Maybe. Wow. Maybe you mean the music. By that market, so much liquidity there. Would it not reverse from the FEG potentially? But if we look at the 15. Maybe we are seeing Asia liquidity grab buyers, but we haven't actually taken anything significant other than the prior date. And again, I base my entries off the higher time frame, so I want to trade in line with the higher time frame. And for me, this looks clear to me that we want to fill this, in my opinion. Right. But it's kind of nice. That's what we want to see. We want to see price moving with a bit of something to it, a bit of momentum, which is nice. Like, we're tapping into these fair value gaps and reacting, so you know what I mean. It's not the end of the world. As I said, I'd probably have stops at break even, so you might get break even here, but we'll see. Can you explain the difference between a market structure shift and a boss? Yeah, no worries. 2 secs, YouTube. Basically, a breaker structure, I'll quickly show you the difference. There is, let's quickly, I'm sorry about this if you understand, but there's 4 things in a range. There is a high, there is a low, and boss, and market structure shift. Alright, sorry if you already know this, but right, these are 4 things I'm just about to teach you what it is. So we have a leg in price, okay? A leg in price is made up of a 1 and 2, a high and a low, right? So a low, high, low, high, right? So a range at any given point is the current low to the current high. So let me draw an example out. So here, for example, right here, our current range is from the low to the high. Now, what direction is this market heading? This market is heading bullishly, right? It's a bullish market. So in order for us to have a breaker structure, we need to move in line with the trend, okay? So we have our high and we have our low. In order to have a breaker structure, we break structure in line with the trend. We break a high or low in line with the trend, which is obviously the high, right? Because we're bullish. In order to have a market structure shift, which is basically a breaker structure against the trend, we're obviously moving up, so we want to break the lows, right? Because previously was breaking highs, moving up, breaking highs, moving up. Whereas here, we took the low, right? So that's moving from a bullish trend to a bearish trend. All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's go back on the market. Let's see how we do. We're back at entry. Let's see if we can move down again. Bro, you are a full-time trader now. Yes, bro. Like, do you live off what you make now? Yeah, bro. I've done for a couple of years now, to be fair. You 7-figure funded, not 7-figure funded, nearly 7-figure funded, very nearly 7-figure funded. Hopefully will be this year, or well before the summertime. Really, I'm hoping. Who thinks gold's going to 3K today? Let's have a look at gold. Oh shit, gold is close. Boys, our gold bias though. Come on now. Come on now. Wait, what? What? Where's it gone? Where's my chart gone, lad? What the hell? Is this the wrong chart or something? Oh, bro, don't lag. Give me 2 sets. My chart's lagging. I just want him to say it. Wait, what? Appreciate the gifts, bro. Do you like FX, Mike? And I'm not going to say the rest. The thing is, when Abreu plays as much pro clubs as I've played, you can't really catch me out with like them name tricks. Do you know what I mean? So I've every potential funny name I've thought of. Bro, what? Okay, that was it. Gold. Yeah, gold. You can see, mate. Who's been on the lives recently? I'm sorry. What have we been saying all week? People have been asking me all week, what's your gold bias? What's your gold bias? This is why the higher time frame. Oh, look at that fair value gap as well. This is why higher time frame is the key, boys, right? So on the weekly, again, internal, external. We had internal liquidity with this fair value gap. So we wanted price to come into it and trade to external. And lovely. Today, we've actually completed that, which is beautiful. All right. Break it down on the lower time frames a bit. You can see we had this 8-hour imbalance down here, which was filled. After we filled this on Monday, we was pretty happy that the next whole leg, my YouTube chat can vouch for this. After we had this, obviously, weekly imbalance fill, we had our clear target being up here. So then I was just looking at this leg that we was in. Obviously, at the time, we was in this range here. And we saw this 8-hour fair value gap just in the discount, which was our draw. So we obviously was looking at that. And then just looking after we tapped into that, pure buys up to there, and that's exactly what we got. So really happy with how gold's played out this week. Really happy with my bias and how we've called it. Yeah, there was certain, when we're just looking at entries really all the way up to that. So W's in the chat, man, if you manage to capitalise on gold. We're so near to 3,000 though. We're very near to 3,000, chat. Do we think we're going to hit 3,000 today? Do you think we're going to hit 3,000 today? What are we saying? That was a good entry. Yeah, trust, bro. Make sure you man are subscribing to my YouTube if you're on the TikTok. Richess Effects on YouTube. Made 0.5% today. That's good enough for me. Nice, Ollie. Nice. If you can maintain 7-figure funded, you're sorted for life. That's it. I mean, your only problem is that the prop firms might go under and might fuck up. But I mean, you just got to carry on looking for more funding. Boys, if anyone does want to get funded with a prop firm, Alpha Capital Group, use my code RICHESS. Use my code on there. On Alpha Capital Group. They're probably one of the best firms about. You've probably heard of them. They are 30. Zabe, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go live with you. Your name sounds too much like Aid. Name of YouTube channel, please. 2 seconds. Here we go. Chess Effects. There you go, mate. Oh my God, who's this? Yo! Yeah, boys. But yeah, that's my channel. I do have like strategy videos, a lot of educational stuff on there if you want to check it out. Does ACJ have a consistency rule? I think all prop firms at this point have a consistency rule, bro. Once I get FTMO max funded, I'm going to buy an E8 market 400k challenge. I don't know about that, bro. I mean, it's the most amount, but is it really the best route to go down? I don't know. I would rather go with ACG before E8. It's about slow and steady wins the race as well. Don't try and rush it. Because EK, I know it's not necessarily anything that badly, but the fact you're going with a 400k tells me your main priority is speed, right? Because you want to get the most funding as quick as possible, which obviously you do, right? Who doesn't? But if you're looking to get the most amount of funding in the quickest time possible, what's that mindset going to be for your actual trades that you're placing? Do you know what I mean? That's subconsciously, that mindset that you have about getting funded as quick as you can is going to have an effect. It just is. So if I was you, I would just literally, bro, stick to 200k. There's no need to go too quick. What you want to do, you want to implant into your head, I want to build a consistent, reliable, trustworthy trading income, basically. So you want to do sort of get accounts that replicate that mind frame. So if you want to do that, then you want to be choosing really good, reputable, perfect prop firms that you know is going to pay you out. So again, that mindset of, okay, they're going to pay me out. It might take a little bit longer, but that's fine because I know it's really worth it and it's going to be really nice long term. That's the mindset that's going to be better for your actual trades. ACG are funded next. ACG, bro. ACG. Boys, use ACG and use my code RICHES. And if you do, send me a message and I will give you something for free. Whether that be a bit of mentorship, a bit of signals, whatever it may be. I'm going to be helping everyone out who wants to use my code on there. By the way, boys, we have a Discord where we mainly do everything. You probably normally see Mace on this account. You normally see Mace, but I am live on it today. My name's Louis. Yeah, you can see me on there. So yeah, send me a message if you want. And if you do use my code, make sure you send me a message on TikTok or Discord or YouTube. Well, on YouTube. On TikTok or something, so I can give you what you deserve, man. Appreciate all the follows as well, boys. Yes, bro, what's up? What are you saying, Mask Effects? What pair is this? This is GU, bro. I've just got my indicator turned off just while I'm looking at the trade play. But it does say down there it's GU. Let's go, boys. This is running pretty nicely. I mean, we did retap the entry, which is kind of annoying, but I don't know if any of you managed to stop loss or break even or if you're still in. Do you have months where you lose money? Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, everyone does. Everyone does. Everyone does. You man, don't be scared about losing money in this game. This is why we call it consistently profitable, boys. It's very unlikely that you have 12 months, every month profitable. You're going to have at least 1 month that's not profitable. And there's no problem in that at all. Has the New York Open time for UK changed because of DST? Yes, very good point, Taylor. It has. Oh my, are you black or white? Okay, yeah, you are. You are mixed race. I was gonna say, I read your second name. I was like, what? That guy's white and bald because your profile picture is so small. Like this guy's certainly named Dave or something. Why is he lying? But nah, fair play. But yeah, bro, that's a good point. Very good point for that Tyler's just made. Obviously, based on the New York daylight savings times, you want to be very aware. Even news, boys. So news that normally lands at 1:30 is landing at 12:30. So you want to be very, very aware of that, boys. Even today, right, 3 PM this news would normally be. And you can see it's at 2. Even CPI throughout the week was at 12:30. See Dan Chung's latest TikTok saying he failed 820k worth of challenges. Fucking hell. I ain't actually seen it. I do kind of like Dan Chung though. He is kind of. I mean, actually, he's a twat. He's a twat. He's a twat. I thought about it because he's just like. Oh, bro. I don't know what it is with that guy. I used to like Dan Chung, bro. When he was first starting, bro, Dan Chung was calm, but now he's trying to play like the. Oh, look at me! I wear sunglasses and blazers and put my hands together in a triangle formation. Like, I just don't know. I do kind of like him, but I preferred his old personality. We are $7 off 3,000. I was only 3 months off my... Yeah, it was a poor prediction from you, Stu. It's a poor prediction, poorly timed. No, I'm joking. Bro, for those of you that don't know, when we was in the office, Stu called a $3,000 gold, like, genuinely ages ago. I'm trying to think what we was at the time. Like, I don't know. I'm sure it was... When was it? I don't know when he called it, innit? But he called it, like, from near enough 2,000. So, hopefully Stu actually bought some gold. But gold is shooting up. We're at now all-time highs. And we are very close to 3,000, which will be a historic point for gold, man. So, if anyone's asking what should I do for gold, only look for buys. Right now, no buys really looking like they're on the cards. But you can see, even the age liquidity grab works to all-time highs. Like, I don't know however you man would have entered here, but there was probably inversions. There was obviously a change of character there. There was a change of character there. So there was ways to get in gold. This is what I mean. It's about having a bias and trading your strategy with that bias. So if you're on gold, your bias blatantly would have been buyers. So you would have logged onto in the morning and either looked for 2 things. Daily, well, me or my students would have, and hopefully you man too. Daily trope and continuations or age liquidity grab buys, however it would have played. So if we had that for example, and our daily trope in there, I would be looking for it to come into the daily trope and buy. However, as we was kind of below the daily trope, you're going to more be looking for manipulation of the low, Asia low that is, and then a buy. Right, so either way, just about having a bias and trading in line with that, man. That's all it is. Okay, boom. Let's get some W's in the chat for GU, man. Let's get some fucking dubs in the chat, boys. I want to see W's on TikTok and YouTube, boys. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, boys. Had this marked out from the very start of the live. So the early bird really did catch the worm with this one. How much roughly you reckon is good enough to live off? 2 to 3k monthly. Depends where you live, bro. It massively depends where you live. Let me know whereabouts you're living and I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, bro, I don't rush any trades or anything. It takes me like maybe just under 1 month to pass phase 1 and 2, but I'm still going to look around. Yeah, fair play, EK. Fair play. Just my advice anyway. And I've had that fault as well because they've always had, EA's always done that 400k. And I used to want to buy it when I didn't actually have any funding. Yeah. But as soon as I actually started passing accounts, I was like, you know what? It's just not worth it. I'm sure the challenge is like 2.5 grand or something as well. It's probably going to be like your whole payout. It's just, don't know. How come selling GU and GU has already taken sell side liquidity and EU hasn't? Just based on price action, bro. We have our internal and external. So internal wise, again, 4 hours the key to most of it. 4 hour internal, 4 hour external, right? We go into the internal, take the external. Simple as that. So we want it to, before we go up, don't get me wrong, our bias overall is buying, right? We want to buy up. But the phase of the market that we're currently in is a sell down to a bullish POI. This is our bullish POI, right? This grey box you're seeing. So we do want to buy ideally, but we don't want to buy just because we're here, right? We want to wait till we're down there. And therefore, the only reasonable thing to do would be looking at sells. And the order block was just pretty clean. I'll show you why again. So we had this order block. You can see that's clean. We had a blatant order block, imbalance below, clean move down. Let me get rid of these. Let me just hide everything. You can see clear order block there, right? Clear order block, very clean. Versus EU, weren't as clean, right? Weren't as clean at all. So EU didn't really have a clear order block. So that's why GU was prioritized for me. We just wanted it to push up into that. And we did wait for a little confirmation as well, which is even nicer to be fair. Yeah, let's get some fucking W's in this chat, man. 3k for sure. East London, cool. So what do you need to live off monthly if you live in East London? Wow, that's a good question. What are you saying, Dill? Hello, Dylan. Looking good in your suit and tie, Mush. Also, GDP came up poor, so it makes sense. Sorry, I didn't see a first comment. Oh, I didn't mean to invite you to the live, whoever I just invited. How long did it take to become profitable? About 2 years, bro. About 2 years. Does it hurt when you rub it? Okay. Sure, because of news. Not because of news, really. Oh, yeah. Appreciate all the follows and that, though, boys. Big ups to you. Yeah. Chat. TikTok. My YouTube chat's just said, how much do you think you need to live good monthly in East London? I would say, cool, so East London you need, and East London's dangerous, right? And I'll tell you why. Because East London, if you ain't paying a lot for your gaff, you're going to be next to some fucking gang member, like, you're going to be on some shitty block somewhere. Not even on some shit, you're going to be next to a block. And when you go shop, there's going to be Bear Brer standing there in ski mask every night, right? So that's the first thing. East London's one of them areas where you actually have to be mad careful. And you actually have to pay a bit more to make sure you're away from the brokies, right? So by saying that, and I've looked at houses in East London as well. I would say, listen, if you're in East London, move out to Essex, yeah? Or if not, then it's going to cost you like 3 to 4 grand a month, I'd say. You need at least, at the minimum, 2 grand for rent. And then you really don't want your rent to be more than 50% of your total money. So, obviously, 2 grand rent, 2 grand everything else, 4 grand. Or you can move out to Essex and live good for like 3 grand. Sad to see, bro. If London have 0 crime, would be a very nice place to live. I mean, it's true, man. It's true. It's true. But East London's just like that. He's not lying, lol. Bro, literally, if anyone's from near the area, you man know. I live in Leicester. My bill is £500. I mean, I would say I'm jealous of you, but I don't live in Leicester. No, that is calm though. 5 bills. Are you living at uni? To be fair, my brother used to go uni near Leicester, and it was so cheap, but he said it was an absolute dive. If you are in front for the week, just chill. Don't give back your profit being greedy on a Friday. Exactly. That's very true. And if you're up like 5%, this is what I do, boys, a little tip. If you're up like 5%, set yourself an amount to lose. So if I'm up 5%, I'll say, cool, I'm only going to allow myself to lose another 1%. Because I want to make sure I make 4% for the week, right? So it's all right to play with your profits, but just have a lid on it, as Ollie's saying. Not gonna lie, I couldn't tell at first, but now I don't know how you can't tell. Wait, what? Only the real cats can tell by the voice. Yeah, this is Louis, by the way, who's on live. I'm a Hackney girl. Damn. Hackney girl. I'm a Hackney girl. Might link my ting from Hackney. Getting beef, she can back me. Weekly. Oh, weekly. That's not even that cheap, to be fair, Zane. That's not even that cheap. For Leicester as well. You must be living like a queen in Leicester. Where in Essex? Anywhere in Essex is nice, bro. I'll be honest. Essex is banging place. Actually, that's a lie. But Essex is quite nice. I would say my area, but I don't really want to tell you my area. Well, I don't give a fuck, but... like, Chigwell ways, innit? Chigwell's like the nicest area of Essex, so... anywhere near there. Anywhere in the surrounding areas. Louis the mortgage advisor, come on. You live in Leicester though, mate. Still beat me to it. How much would you risk? 2 secs. How much would you risk on the trade when scaling funding? 1 or 2%, bro. It depends how much you need. I would always say 1%. My advice to everyone's always 1%. You can't really reinvent the wheel, man. 1% risk. It's the status quo for a reason, because it is just the best thing to go for. Yeah, mate, account of St. Listen. Yo, Louis, what's the reason for the trade? We can go for the trade in just a sec, bro. Running down though. 2 secs, and I'll break down this trade and me read the comments on YouTube. If you have a shit month, do you ever get worried about paying rent as I would? Nah, man, because you don't want to live paycheck to pay. You don't want to need to make money, you know. You don't want to leave yourself to your last. Let me restart this. You don't want to leave yourself to your last bit of money. Like it's never that. Which pair is this? This is GU, bro. GBP USD. Nice that we inverted this. Nice, right? W trade, man. Just as expensive down south. Whereabouts do you mean down south? Oh, you mean like at South London or? Oh, compared to that bird who's living in Leicester. Yeah, trust. He just grabbed most of his phone when it rolled out of his bed this morning. Wow. Yeah, boys, I'll break down this trade in just a sec. Pretty much we have, the main confluence for us is the 4 hour, right? So on the 4 hour, I'm bullish. Have been for ages, have been all week, last couple of weeks. If you're in my mentorship, you would have seen my daily bias. And if you're in my signals, you would have seen my daily bias. For the week, also really weekly bias. But anyway, we were bullish. But we're not just going to buy off anywhere. Throughout the entire week, me and my members and my viewers have been buying off of internal to external. So what price does, if you don't know, is it moves from internal liquidity, which is just fair value gaps, to external liquidity, which is just highs and lows. And that's why we get these legs form, right? It feels internal, then external, and then we'll have another fair value gap. So we'll have an FVG there. And price is going to fill it. And then again, we have an external high, so we're going to target external. That's what we're looking, man. That's what we're looking at. So boom, bearing that in mind, if we look at this range from here to here, first thing is we want to be buying in the discount, right? So I'm not interested in any POIs up here. We only want to be buying at the discount, right? The bottom 50%. So obviously this was in the bottom 50%. And you can see we have a clear 4 hour fair value gap there, right? Blatant, clear, fair value gap. So what we're looking for is price to come into that. And then obviously take the external liquidity. So we want price to slowly come down, fill it, and then have another nice leg up. So what is our current target for price? Our current target for price is this fair value gap. So we're looking at selling down to this fair value gap. Ideally, boys, Asia would have filled it, and I can look for buyers up to this high. Like in an ideal world, right? Asia would have come down to here. But we know trading's not ideal, and a lot of it is reacting off what the market throws your way. And you've got to be clever with that. So, yeah, we saw this clear 15-minute imbalance. Order block there. It's clear intent to move down, in my opinion. I mean, we took that prior day low. Already tapped into this as well, lower than where we would have. So I wasn't bothered about buying. So it was kind of just clear for me that we was going to come back up and sell off of that order block, which we actually ended up doing pretty nicely, which is nice. What are we essentially reacting off of? I mean, we're coming into these weird areas. We do want to break this unmitigated wick here. This is really our final point to be breaking. So final point to be breaking. Boys, make sure you're getting in the Discord if you're in this TikTok live, man. Make sure you're in the Discord. If not, then someone's going to comment the Discord link now, boys, and you can join it through that. We have mentorship and we have signals. Group is run by MMFX and Louis. I am Louis, even though I'm on MMFX's account. But yeah, have you been in profit every month of this year so far? Yeah, I have, bro. You can look actually. Okay, today I'm going to do my signals results for February. I was meant to do it yesterday, but I had viewings, so yeah, you can check all my results, boys. If you go on my Discord, in the welcome section, it says results, which is the results for my signals group for the whole of each month, obviously ongoing. So you can look at all my results there and see how I've actually done in black and white. And obviously I do most of it live, so you man would know. Like if I lose trades every week, why would I have Bear Man on YouTube, Bear Man on TikTok trying to trade? You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But that doesn't mean if I did take an L a month, it doesn't make me a shit trader. Everyone takes L's in a month. Like everyone takes L's throughout the month, and everyone has a losing month. The market's fractal, boys, and time is fractal as well. You're gonna have losers within your month, and you're gonna have losing months within your winning years. Like, and you're probably gonna have losing years within your winning life. So like, it's all relative, man. It's all relative. Skelly and James in, but no Spence. It's actually a joke. Yeah, but let's be real. Lewis Skelly's better than fucking Jed Spence. What did he say? I'm trying to see what he said. Nah, have you seen the England squad? No, I actually haven't. Just finished my model, man. Lovely. Lovely, Jay. You are absolutely wedge, lad. No, I actually haven't seen the England squad. I remember that was time ago. Chigwell Rowe one day. Nah, for real. If you man know about Chigwell, Chigwell is banging. Chigwell was burning it near where I went to school. In Chigwell, there's like one of the best private schools. Well, the best private school in Essex. And then down the road, there's some other school. And I was at the other school. So I'm a real G. I'm a man of the people. Yeah, I don't live in Chigwell though. It's the nearest school. And bro, Morgan Gibbs White left out the England squad. It's stupid. Jordan Henderson. I'm going to have to look at this because what are some of these players that I'm getting told? Bear near, brother. Oh, swear down. Where are you at, Morgan? Hopefully we can break this low, man. It's just this last wick and then we should be plain sailing to run through to TP. Jordan Henderson, you know. I'm going to have to look at this. I'm going to have to look at this squad chat, I know. Wait, what? Why did it just say Jude Bellingham? What the hell? Right, let's see this. I'm going to read it out because I don't want you, mate. It's going to be boring for you to look at. Alright, chat. Let's see. I hope we can break this low. Yeah, Henderson in again. I thought we had escaped him when Southgate gone. It's like that fucking, what do you call it? That Thanos thing. You know, where he's like, you couldn't handle your own failure, so where did it bring you? Back to me. Jordan Henderson, Mr. Inevitable. Mr. Ham Roll. Mr. Chicken Tikka Masala. Mr. Dick and Vagina. Mr. Ham Sandwich. Mr. Ready Salted Ham Roll and Walter Mildeal. Never thought I'd say I'd want Southgate back. Let me look at his team, because Jesus. But to be fair though, all we need is a smash and grab. Like we just need him there to win the World Cup and bake off. So whoever he wants to have in, he can do that. Can you check EU? Yeah, no worries. Is anyone in on EU or is it mainly GU chat? Let me know. YouTube and TikTok. Are we all looking at EU or GU? Alright, let's see this team, bro. Pickford, Henderson, Ramsdale, Trafford, Gahey, James, Colwell, Consart, Livramento, Quansart, Byrne, Walker, Miles, Lewis, Skelly. I think Skelly's got to be in there, boys. Let's be honest. Like, come on now. Come on now. Bellingham, Eze, Hendo, Jones. He's never managed Henderson as well, so I don't know why he's like has a liking to him. Like, does he train well? He must train well. Does he speak? I don't know. What is it about him? That all the managers, because every manager seems to like him though. Like every manager we've had. Gordon, Bowen, Foden, Rashford, Solanke, Harry Kane. It's insane how much better our attack is, isn't it, than our defence. Right, let's have a look at EU. We have 6 forwards. We have 6 forwards. Let me quickly check EU. In EU, this is what I'm saying, bro. EU and GU right now is just... seem like they both have a mind of their own, kind of. I mean, we have had no real sell-off on EU, but GU's just beautifully sold off. Look at the DXY. DXY is slowly making its way up. If we look what we're actually really filling, at the bare minimum we're filling this, so we should... I'm gonna make these lines just because I don't like my chart being too filled up with fair value gaps. I want to know what I'm actually looking at. So we'll make it like this. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. So the fair value gap is from there to there. Alright. Should move up a bit more for DXY, to be fair. We should move up a bit more, so I'm alright. Let's talk more charts, bro, please. Sorry, who the fuck are you talking to? No, I'm joking. You gotta speak up though, money. People are asking their own questions, do you know what I mean? If you got questions, bro, let it be known. Make it known, make it known. No Jed Spence from Spurs. Either I like him, like, oh wait. Morgan Gibbs White, Jordan Henderson, not even a Forest fan, but they had an incredible season. Gibbs, Elliott, Anderson, Hudson-Odoi. I mean, yeah, but we got Bowen, Foden, Henderson. I know Foden as well, man. I think Foden's so overrated. They need to drop him from the squad, bro. For real, they need to drop Foden from the squad. Tell me one good game that Foden's had for England. He's never had a good game for England. He's never had one good game for England, not once. I get he's a great player, but mate, there's so many good wingers, like you said. So many good forwards. You gotta give him bench for a bit. Like you gotta let him miss the squad and be like, mate, you ain't just getting in because you play for Man City and you won the treble. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a mock. I think they should drop him. I think he'd come back better for it as well. Is that a good take or is that a bad take? Drop Foden for the squad for a couple of games. Hudson-Odoi. I'd bring Hudson-Odoi in, man. He's earned it, and imagine actually talking about the charts and the trading. Jed and Skelly are very close. All Skelly has over Jed is 2 red cards. No, but I think it's just... I wouldn't know. Well. Stu, that's so rude. Bro, you seen Peppa Pig's mum is pregnant. The type of shit your unemployed friend texts you at 3 PM on a Monday. FIFA Trader. No, I haven't seen that Peppa Pig's mum is pregnant. But yeah, Money Sniper, let me know what other charts you want to look at. Sometimes like, it can be best to not just intensely look at the charts, like just, you know what I mean? Okay, we've broken this low now. So really all we've got left is the low to TP. So let's close below this for for a starter. Yep, nice. Right, close below it. So now, let's just run into this low here. Let's just run into this low, boys. That's all we got left. And then we should be Gucci. Should be good, good, good. Yeah, if you do want me to have a look at any charts though, boys, let me know. I'm in the same, my TP is 984. Okay, your TP is actually the bottom of this imbalance. I'll be careful with that, because we do want to come into it, but we don't necessarily have to fill the whole thing. Right, we're mainly waiting for EU and GU to line up with the XY. So I think it's safest to do that. But that's only if you've got a good entry. I mean, we got a good entry with 5 pip stop loss, so we can do that. But if not, then, I mean, I hope it does come down into that. We should come down into that, but we might not. With this one, as long as I'm right, I'll TP. As long as our price comes down and targets this 4 hour, I will hit TP. Yo, bro, will the new office be rented? Yeah, you can't buy offices uptown. You can't buy them. The thing is, how they all work is someone owns the buildings, normally like the Qatar royal family or the Saudi royal family or something like that, and then like big companies like Regis, who's like big, they're like big, what do you call it? Commercial real estate or whatever you fucking call it, companies. They'll basically rent out all the floors for like 20 years. So it'll be like a 40-floor building owned by the Saudi royal family in London. And then certain massive companies will rent us. They'll say, cool, I want floors 5 to 10, and we rent that for 20 years. And then you rent off them, if that makes sense. So you can never buy it, but yeah, as I said, I did say this before, boys, we're going to be letting certain people obviously come down to the office. We viewed one yesterday, which was really nice for a group of us there trading. So if anyone is interested in coming down to the office, or what we're going to be doing, boys, is we're going to be doing a pass, right? A different type of pass for our members. It's just another level up, and what that is basically going to give you, it's not going to be expensive, not going to be crazy expensive, but what that is going to give you is obviously access to our office whenever you want. All you've got to do is book in that you're coming down, and any day you can come down, trade with me and Mace throughout the whole day, do whatever you want to do in the office, obviously within reason. But yeah, obviously you're going to be trading with us, you're going to be in the city, you're going to be in Canary Wharf, you're going to be in a beautiful office surrounded by beautiful buildings, and you're going to be with me and Mace, your mentors, or maybe not even your mentors, maybe just the people you want to chill with, I don't know. What's the rent saying, bro? 5k a month? Yeah, something like that, bro, something like that. But if anyone is interested in that, make sure you DM me on Discord or Instagram, because obviously we can't have loads of people. I'm going to limit it to like 10 or 20 maybe. Alright, for people that we're going to allow this pass to, that are able to come down whatever day and trade with us. So, yeah, if you are interested in that, boys, DM me on Discord, innit? Send me a message on Discord. As I said, my name is Louis on there, so send me a DM, Louis. And, yeah, I'll give you some more details, I'll talk to you, and I'll get you involved. And obviously, if not, message me on Instagram or something else. We are shortlisting people now. Yeah, exactly, Stu. What pair is this? Yeah, let's see how it moves. This is GU, bro. Appreciate all the follows, boys. Where's the new office? Canary, yeah, in the Wharf. In the Wharf. Yeah, sorry, YouTube. If you, man, want me to look at any other charts, let me know and I'll pull it up. Looks like we're just going to be running down to TP. I like my YouTube chat, man. They're a lot less ADHD, should we say. They normally just look at GU or look at one trade and me trading. But this is what I like, man. This is what I like, because you, man, are starting to know how I'm moving in my mind as well. And you're on the same page when we're looking at the charts, which is sick. But big up to TikTok. You, man, just have a bit of ADHD just because you're on TikTok all the time. But big up to you, TikTok, either way. Appreciate all the follows as well, people. TikTok. Please check NZD USD. Right, let's start checking some other pairs because people are requesting. So chat, let me know any other pairs you want to see. Living in a happy nation. Again, first thing we want to do is look at our higher. Okay, so not seeing much on the monthly. I mean, we've got this monthly low and high. This looks like a nice CRT candle, but we've grabbed it already again. So, don't know. I'd probably say our overall monthly draw is probably here. This is probably where you want to aim for, but Again, nothing too much. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly, again, I'm not really seeing anything. We've actually, in the weekly, just accumulated between these two candles. Right, we haven't left this big candle. So this big candle from Monday the 24th of February, we haven't left it in the last 2 weeks. So this is a period of accumulation that we're seeing. Let me just compare that to, see, look at that. Compare that, this is NZD/USD. Compare that to GU. You can see GU on the weekly, we're getting nice structural points, right? We're actually, you can see we're going up, moving, filling in balances, and then up. We're actually moving a bit more like a chart you'd sort of expect it to move. Whereas NZD, obviously prior, we was moving nicely. We was having these nice structural points. But since this big sell-off, we haven't really been able to do anything other than accumulate. My bias would be bullish just because we've had that clear intent there. But there's nothing too clear, if I'm honest. There's nothing too clear. Even on the 4 hour, in terms of internal and external, I'd want there to be like a nice clear internal POI so that we can aim for external liquidity. That's what I'd really want, but there's nothing like that. So DXY I would leave alone, bro, if I'm honest. Normally there's at least something that I'm targeting, but yeah, there's not really anything I'm seeing, if I'm being totally honest with you. Maybe there's a nice daily. Even the daily, though, has not fully been filled. So yeah, all you can really go off is the lower time frame, of which I suppose you might be looking at a sell maybe, Asia liquidity grab. But yeah, this isn't optimal at all, boys, so I probably would not be looking at a single thing for NZD/USD. Like I said, we've got an order block here. Taking the Asia high, we've got an order block, and we've had a change of character. So a few things, but a higher time frame is what we really want. That's our Discord there, boys. Join that. My name's Louis. I know it says MMFX there, but this is Mace's account. My name's Louis on there, so message Louis about anything I've said today. And you can see we've got a change of character there and a pre-break there. Right, so we clearly breaking structure, but it is 1 minute, so you've got to be careful. It does look like we could potentially come down based off just a recent price action, but this is what I say to my people. I've been saying to us all week, is that you don't want to just go off, okay, we had a sell-off here, we had a big sell-off, you know what I mean? You don't want to just be like, we had a sell-off in the last, like, fucking half hour, so all of a sudden, I think price is going to short, like, 100 fucking pips down. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're really just going off that little red highlighted zone there. There's nothing on the higher, there's nothing really else. So yeah, for me, I wouldn't be getting in on NZD. I won't be looking at anything for it. Right, we're taking taps into his order block now. GU as well is fuck me. GU's now pushing up. I wanted EU longs, but I couldn't find an entry. Didn't come back down and tap into the 5 minute. Yeah, EU didn't really do anything, to be fair. EU literally hasn't done anything. It's just bought up. It's just bought up. This was the POI I was waiting for. See what DXY is doing. GU bummed. GU fuck's sake. Look at GU. GU is flying. How should one go about? How should one go about investing 10k? You can see we tapped into that. Right, we're in this 4 hour now for DXY. You can see we did want price to come into this 4 hour. So again, it's nothing that we didn't want to happen. We just obviously don't want it to continuously fall through. This is what we're looking at, was this 4 hour imbalance and this order block here, the equivalent order block. So again, boys, don't be too reactive. This is really important. You're not reactive. One of the worst traits you can have as a trader is being reactive. As I said, there's steps we can take. If you're scared, as I said, I've said multiple. I've said, like, if you're scared, you could have had you could have a stop loss at break even, right? You could have had partials on this low here where this blue line is. You know what I mean? There's no perfect way out. There's no perfect way. Just don't be reactive off these big candles. And if you know that you're reactive off these big candles, that's when you want to set your things in place, like taking partials, like setting your stop loss at break even, whatever it may be. All right, but you don't want to just see two big candles, think, oh my god, we're gonna buy. Oh my god, we might do, but we probably fucking won't, if I'm honest. So we'll see anyway, boys. We'll see. Gold about to hit 3k. Booming. Booming. So yeah, if you're shitting yourself, boys, just put your stop loss at break even. Do you know what I mean? There's no point being reactive and stressing out over these candles. It's not gonna change anything, is it? It's not gonna improve anything. Or walk away when in the trade. Yeah, exactly. At 4 hour NZD USD accumulation. Yeah, I agree, man. Just pure accumulation for NU. Morning, mate. It's Louis, by the way, Kamal. Yes, Louis, bro. What are you saying, Harry, mate? How you doing? I'm in EU long as well. I'm not in EU long, to be fair. I took EU long 40p. Nice, Stu. Yeah, nice. Nice one. We are so close to free. Let's... Wow. We are so close to this point, man. 3k gold. Fucking hell. If you invested in gold in these past couple of years, you are laughing. EU sells AMD. I'll have a look. GU 30 min Drake candle reversal incoming. Drake candle, what? Never heard that one before. Drake candle. That's a cold little it's a cold little one. Yeah, it's really, really important you're not reactive though, boys. Even like that's what I'm saying. Even if it does come up and wait, how can I put it? Put it this way, right? If you just looked at these two candles, is this enough for a buy for you? Would you enter a buy because of this? If anyone would enter a buy just because of these two candles, you are fish food for the market. Like, you are pepper for the market. Because it will see this all the time. Look how it even tapped us in. Look at the size of these bullish candles. You can't be reactive. If you've got stuff telling you, cool, this has been mitigated maybe, or I wanted it to come down to here, I wanted something to happen, whatever, and therefore I wanted buys, then that's absolutely fair enough. But what isn't is just seeing two candles and being like, oh my god, I'm going to buy. Because you're just asking to get cooked and cooked and cooked. Because the market knows how people's reactions are, how people's emotions are towards big candles like that. So it may be significant, but in your mind, it shouldn't change a thing. Because your higher time frame's the same. Everything's the same, really. We'll see anyway. EU's tapped into this point that we actually wanted us to tap into now. What's EG doing? EG is just bullish as anything, obviously, which tells us a lot about the reasoning of EU and GU. See how EU does. Let's mark out the highs and lows for EU. I mean, we have got a nice 5-minute imbalance that could be inverted. Just trust me, you'll be fine. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Bet it goes to 2999, then massively retrace and miss everyone's TP. Bro, you're probably so right. You're probably so right. We are bare close to it though. We are bare close to it now. Come on, load, man. Look how many people's on TradingView looking at this historic moment. Appreciate all the follows, boys. We're literally like a pound off. Literally like a pound off. GJ sells. Let's have a look at GJ. Why am I doing that? It's literally there. Yeah, we had this one yesterday, which I think people in the Discord might have got break even. I don't actually remember what people did with this one. But we did run up into a decent bit of profit. This was just something we marked up on the live yesterday. We do normally get it pretty bang on, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, hopefully he was able to make some money out of that. GJ's not a pair that I trade. Okay, to be fair, we come into our level banging though. Yeah, we had this, if you look, we had this, first of all, we had this order block here, broke structure. Then we had this order block here, broke structure. We had this fair value, which ran. We had this another fair value, I think, on the hourly. Yeah, we had this fair value on the hourly. This was the main. This is what we was looking to take buyers off of yesterday. You can see we got in buyers there. Well, I don't trade this pair, but we was looking at buyers there potentially because we came into this 1 hour. But deep down, we did know we'd really prefer to fill it properly which you can see we've sort of filled it properly now. So in terms of internal and external, we should come up to this high now. We should be continued bullish. There's no reason not to. So yeah, really, I'm looking for buyers and buyers only on this. Of which there's not many that's actually forming. We're kind of accumulating right now. Yeah, we're kind of accumulating. I'd potentially want to see us rebalance Asia a bit more, maybe. So look on the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, we filled this 1 hour. Again, GJ's just not looking nice at all. I wouldn't be looking at GJ. Normally I have something I can look for, or I can at least see a buy or a sell. But NU and GJ today just both got nothing, man. Nothing. But in terms of sells, who asked in my chat, Miles, I wouldn't go for sells here, no. I won't go for sells. 9 mins until I can take my EU sells. Is that for law of effort, Jay? Short from 3,000 psychology level. Oh mate, that is they're close now. Imagine the most, bro, that would probably be the GOAT of all psychological levels, but also the most retarded player ever. But do you trade EG a lot, Lou? Not really that much, I'll be honest. I trade it a little bit. Tell me NZD USD. Tell me NZD and GBP USD entry. How about you tell your mum to give me a call, because I want to see her later. Let me block this guy before he reports me for that. Sorry, that was just bare rude. He had to get conned. Burger FX, are you in? In what? What, in gold? No, I'm not in gold. I'm not in gold. I'm not in gold. Got London low as well. Friday low to aim for. EU looks good for... Bro, did I just get banned? Unable to go live due to internet error. Did I just get banned, bruv? Bro, I got a restriction, what? Ranking suspended, bro, what? Wow, I got banned for that, bro. You taking the piss? Mate, I actually got banned for that, bro. How quick was that? I literally told that guy about his mum, and then he's fucking hell. I'm only banned here tomorrow, so it don't even matter. I would have jumped off in 15. Sorry, boys. Anyway, it looks like it's just us again. Put that fucking thing down. Take my hood off now as well. You can see my haircut. Bro, how did I get banned for that so quick? Tell your mum I want to see her. Like, really? That one was on you, bro. Called your own fate. Bro, that was insane though. Bro, that was quick, innit? I literally said it. Banned him before it probably could even hear it based on like the lag. And I fucking got banned. I'm only banned till tomorrow, so it don't even matter. But yeah, I would have jumped off in 10, so we pretty much got a 15-minute ban. Plus, bro, it wasn't even that bad. I literally said, tell your mum I want to see her later. Like, that could have been genuine. It wasn't, but it could have been. It could have been. Macy's going to be fuming fair. That's the first time we've got land on it and first ban. No, it's only a ban for like 15 minutes though. It's not actually a proper ban. What actually matters when we get banned for a week. And bruv, I'm sure Mace must have said worse stuff than that on the live. Must have. Respect if he ain't, but... Nice. Looks like we should continue to come down. Shit, yeah, people were saying EU for sales, weren't they? Let's have a look. Trying to load a U, but it's not loading, bruv. Let me quickly show you. I bare didn't, bro, and I can double check as well. I bare didn't. I didn't say I want to enter your mum. Trying to load a U, it's not loading, bro. I'm bare sure I didn't say that. Let's see, I might have.
Burger effect, are you in? In what way? Yeah, later. ZD and GBP USD entry. How about you tell your mum to give me a call because I want to see her later?
Bro, this Stu guy making me sound bad. What are you talking about, bro?
The GBP USD entry. How about you tell your mum to give me a call because I want to see her later?
This guy said, apparently said I want to enter her later.
Not really that much, I'll be honest. I trade it a little bit.
Let me send him a video.
Tell me NZD and GBP USD entry. How about you tell your mum to give me a call because I want to see her later? Block this guy.
Stu gaslighting me, bro. Allow yourself. Bro, this Stu guy making me sound bad. Where's the song gone? EU load. Alright, here we go. Right, so EU, this is our 5 minute. Let's give GU a rest because we can't really look at GU or depict anything from GU right now. It's mainly just this. So, again, we do want us to come lower. Whoa. Yeah, so we still want us to come down on the EU, so the EU actually could be decent for sales. To be fair, I was going to send in the link again, but there's no point because we're nearly outside of the kill zone now. We might as well just mark up EU, have a look what we potentially want, and then answer any questions, then jump off. We've got Kahoot quizzes later, boys, so... Bro, that was quick though, that ban. I'm kind of impressed. Cool, so came above Friday 50%, 4 hour IFVG, 50 minute order block looks good to me. Think I've got the same order block. No, I think I've got a 5 minute. What is that? Is that half hour? Oh no, it is 15 minute, my bad. Yeah, 15 minute order block, I agree. I want to wait for this 5 minute inversion. 4 hour IFVG. Nice, yep, so we disrespected this from yesterday, nice. We tapped into 50%, yes we have. Let's just draw that on just so we can see. That's a good little spot there, Dill. You can see here, yeah, nice. So we did, if we just, you can see obviously on the higher time frame, disrespected this fair value gap, came back to retest it, and then obviously over the overnight and the Asia session just continue to move down. So we're just looking to continue that down. Obviously, again, we are looking at buyers overall, but we are looking to sell down to this in order to then buy. I love 4-hour FVGs. They tell me the story 90% of the time, bro. That's so true. That's so true. You man will notice a lot of the time when I do my analysis, 4-hour internal and external is just so good. Sorry, 2 sets, boys. Yeah, let me know in the chat anything you want to see before I go off. So I'm be off in about 5 minutes. So let me know any charts, anything for GU, EU, EG, any pairs you want me to do, gold, whatever. We'll do it. Yeah, chat, let me know. Have we inverted this 5 minute yet? Cool, this is what we want to wait for. We want to close below this. This is obviously our confirmation. You may know why. If you don't know why, let me know in the chat and I can explain to you why that is significant. If not, then let's just watch this one play. And hopefully we can get a close below in these next 2 minutes. GPO still moving down. Nice. As I said, boys, you can't be controlled by impulsive candles. Cannot be controlled. If you man, I don't know how much you man are in the live, but if you saw my monthly at the start of the month, I had I showed my trading plan, like my trading journal, and the notes that I made. And the first note for me was don't be reactive off of lower time frame candles. So that was very heavy in my head throughout this whole month and these whole last couple of weeks. Looking at GU buys for ALG. EU sells, but it's better. Now, yeah, I'll be honest, VGOC, I'd more be looking at EU sells rather than GU buys. I mean, I know what you mean. One of them is not aligned, so the other one has to correct itself. But in my opinion, just based on the higher time frame again, I can't see us move. There's nothing upwards. I'll show you. Let me load this. It's taking a sec to load. Give me a sec. Bro, come on. But yeah, I mean, it's not loaded. But what I mean is, cool. Alright, cool. So what I mean is, on the 4 hour, is to the upside, right? We've got nothing to the upside other than this, which is 61 pips. So what are we more likely to do? Rally from now, 61 pips to buy side, because there's nothing really like here to tap. There's nothing really there. So are you going to rally 60 pips to buy side, or is it more likely that we, in fact, continue about 20 pips down, and then the New York session, bear in mind, what else do we have in the New York session? We have 2 p.m, we have news, right? So is it more likely that we just continue down, and then we have that, when news lands at 2, then we have that move? For me, that is more likely, so that's more what I'll be looking for. But as you said, bro, it's outside of the kill zone now, and it's a Friday, so you'd be forgiven for not wanting to enter anything. 20 seconds left of this. We want to see an inversion, boys, to be honest, so DXY, please. DXY, alright, so yeah, DXY, this is what I had. I had this 4-hour imbalance that you can see. So, my honest opinion on DXY is, excluding EU and GU, just looking at DXY, I wanted us to tap into it and then move down to this external low. Internal and external, right? Very simple. But EU and GU is not really ready. EU and GU, as we said, is not at its 4-hour, hasn't filled its 4-hour imbalance properly as DXY has. So we'd really, as we want to come deeper into that fair value for EU and GU, we'd also want to do the same on the DXY, which means we potentially want to come deeper just here, maybe into this order block, in fact, it's 4-hour order block, and actually take this higher and completely fill the fair value gap. Right, that is potentially what we're going to be seeing. And then after we've completely filled, GU and EU would have filled as well, or somewhat filled it, and then we can have a sell and obviously a buy on EU and GU. So we had this 4-hour that we could potentially be tapping into, 4-hour imbalance we've tapped into. We also had a 15-minute order block from the Asia session, which is pretty much the only thing that had to be filled from the Asia session, you know. So yeah, this was our level to really be buying off of. So hopefully we can come up now, fill this 15-minute first and foremost, and that will be enough to give us a decent bit of movement on EU GU. As long as we can move up and fill this, that's enough. That's enough. 2 6. Hourly close on EU was nice. Okay, yeah, that is nice. What do we notice about that CRT move there? Nice big candle as well. This is what we want to see. Big candle, majority body, very big, bigger than all the other candles. Clearly the distribution candle so far, and that is the candle that's been CRT'd. So that will be nice if we can actually respect that. We have this fair value gap. We can clearly see it's reacting off of it, all right? We can clearly see it's filling it with the wicks and moving up off of it. So if we ended up moving down and closing below it, we know it's significant, and we know we can use that point for our sells. All right, so boys, I think that pretty much concludes the London session today. Another pretty good session. We only really had one move, and it was this, which should really continue to play. But it was a pretty solid move, pretty nice. I'm quite happy because our bias for every other day was bullish, and we did go bullish every other day, and this was the one day where our bias was bearish, and it actually did go bearish for GU. So I'm happy with how the day played out, boys. We're going to be doing giveaways. Don't forget Friday, every single day on Friday within the Discord, there's giveaways for funded accounts. Last week we give away multiple ACG funded accounts, and at the end we do split or still, which is actually 30. You man know what split or still is. So all it is, we're going to do like a quiz, like a Kahoot quiz. You man should know it. And then obviously whoever wins the quiz, places 1, 2, and 3, they'll all get a prize of some sort. And last week it was a ACG funded account, and we'll do 2 quizzes. So you got a lot of, there's 6 chances to win. There's a lot of chances to win, plus bonus prizes, plus other stuff. So listen, make sure you're there at 12:30 for the New York Live. And yeah, we're going to be giving away some shit, and we're going to be doing, I'll conclude this as well, let you know what we've seen. So boys, appreciate you all tuning in today. Has gold hit? Gold still hasn't hit. All right. So yeah, appreciate you all tuning in, and I'll see you, man, hopefully later. You'd be stupid not to enter, boys. It's your best chance to win funded accounts. If you want to win a funded account or anything, it's such a good chance to do so. So make sure you're getting in there now, getting in the Discord and getting yourself ready. Be researching current events, be researching certain things. Maybe you've been in the quizzes before, you know what comes up. Be researching your true or dudes. But anyway, boys, appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, follows. And yeah, man, good week in all. Good week. And I'll catch you, boys, in the next one. I'm going to upload a YouTube video at some point today as well. Yeah, so I'll have a YouTube video up today on my channel, which we can all watch and learn from. And other than that, boys, yeah, that's it. I'll see you a lot later. I'll see you in a few hours, boys. Have a good rest of your morning. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in a bit. Sweet.